wonderful hadith of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, in which he drew in the sand a box. And then he drew a line and he drew a line up here. He didn't write it, but he drew a line here at the top of this line. And then he drew a line out here. And he said that this was a man's journey in life. And these lines were the a'rad. They were the vicissitudes of his journey. At each stage, things will happen to him. If they don't do him in, he moves to the next one. Until he reaches at this, the ajal is your appointed term. And it could be at any point, because people are different. It could be at any point along the way. But for people who go all the way through, they reach old age, and what gets them is known as haram. They can't conquer old age. So, as you're moving up through life, you reach this ajal. But then he had a line outside of the box. And he said this was a man's amal, which is his hope. So a man's hope is always beyond his time. There's a verse in the Quran that says, ذَرْهُمْ يَأْكُلُوا وَيَتَمَتَّعُوا وَيُلْهِيهِمْ أَمَلُهُمْ. Leave them, these people that reject what you're telling them about the inevitability of the next life. Leave them to eat and enjoy themselves and to be entertained. And yulhihim means to preoccupy themselves with their hope. And indeed they will come to know. In other words, their ajal will come, and then they're going to realize that the ajal preceded the hope. Two things never grow old in people: desire for life and desire for more. Right? And it means here, it doesn't mean all people, it means people that are deluded. So this desire for extended life, and the interesting thing is, the longer a person is here, the more accustomed they get. You know, you get up every morning, you've had your rituals, your coffee, your breakfast, you go to work, you see the same people. You get accustomed to being here, and we're in this very interesting experience of the permanence. And every once in a while there are things that happen that kind of shake us a little bit. Like one day you come to work and so-and-so was in an accident or something. There are these reminders. And they kind of shake people a little bit. But most people brush themselves off and just go along, get on with it. And I was with a West African. We arrived at an airport, and he'd never been on one of these moving, not the escalators, but the actual sidewalks, yeah. And we got on it, and we were standing there moving along, and he said, "This is amazing. This is just like our lives. We think we're standing still, but we're moving towards our deaths." And then it was really interesting, because at the end of the sidewalk there was a sign that said, "Caution, the end comes abruptly."